So the what the hell is this? The Oklahoma has got
New American BB's
some.
23 knots. Florida is 27 knots.
I have no idea
Fish
about that.
launches. It's a fucking fish rapist.
The Oklahoma has got a couple of big spinny shooty things at the front. She's got a massive chonker's body. Plenty of room for dudes to stand there and polish the old cannons on the side. A little bit of a diving board mid-range, and at the back we've got some more big shooty twisty things. And underneath you've got two really big screwy turny things and one fairly standard looking ship directional turny thing. And from the back she has an ass. Florida, this is the one that the guys are talking about. Now, Miss Florida has been on a little bit of a diet compared to Miss Oklahoma. She's not quite into getting up every morning and having a triple cheeseburger. And her twisty shooty things at the front are a little bit bigger. So,
Plenty of room for big fat seamen doing big fat seaman things.
The Florida has definitely got the big twisty things up top where she needs them, and nice and big at that. Not much of a diving board on this one. Yeah, not much of a diving board at all. And just for the sake of it, she's got a third twisty thing with big holes in it.
Big butts and I cannot lie.
Yeah, big holes in the back. So got to find a decent shell to fill them. And to be different, this one has got four of the twisty turny screwy things at the bottom to make it go forwards, and two fairly standard ship directional twisty turny things. So that is Miss Florida. As I said, on a little bit more of a diet than Miss Oklahoma, but that's alright because Miss Kansas comes in, and with more of a pear-shaped design. She's got it in the bottom, and fairly chunky around the middle as well. Her also has some twisty shooty things on top, although her twisty shooty things aren't quite as big as Miss Florida, but she has twice as many of them. So what you want to make of that, I'm not going to read into. And again, not much of a diving board, unfortunately. Nothing major up there. I mean, you could jump up there, but yeah, you got about 20 seconds to dive off before the radar comes around and forces you off. So I don't know, you'd probably call that more of the big balls on whatever the hell that show was. Wipeout.
My
yeah.
God, it's so fat.
And that is, what am I looking at? The Kansas. Alright. And just to be different, she's got four of the screwy turny things at the back to make her go forwards, and one big twisty turny thing to change direction. And yeah, she's got an ass as well. Although, if I had to look at an ass all the way through a game, Miss Oklahoma's probably got more of the curves in the right spot than Miss Kansas does. And now we're going to jump right up to Miss Minnesota, running roughly the same sort of body shape as Miss Kansas. The twisty shooty things on top are a little bit bigger, and again, twice as many as Miss Florida. So make of that whatever you will. The diving board on this one is a little more centralized. Not much of a ladder to climb up, although from water level she's a fair hike up. Oh mate, the days I used to work in the dry dock, you used to start. Hang on, let's fuck this off. And get rid of that. Okay. The days I used to work at the dry dock, right? She'd be in dry dock, and you'd be down here, basically. She's in dry dock all on stilts and everything. So then you have to walk up the scaffold, walk through the boat where you needed to get to, and then walk down the stairs inside the boat to the bottom of the bloody boat, and then walk all the way forward till you get into the main bulkhead, and then you go forward and then down again and go all the way back to wherever you had to patch a hole. It might have been like a 15-20 minute job, but it took you an hour and a half to get through the bloody boat and back to where you needed to be. But anyway. Turn all this shit back on. I don't need that back on just yet. What do we got? Next is Miss Vermont. Now, Miss Vermont, she's been on a little bit of a diet, I think. If we look at Miss Vermont and then Miss Minnesota, yeah, Miss Minnesota, she's got a couple more kg around the center, I reckon. Although it might just be evening out because Miss Vermont seems to be a good 1.5 foot taller than the rest of them. Alright, so the twisty, turny, shooty things on top are probably about the same size as the last one. She doesn't really seem to have much more of an upgrade. But again, she's a little bit thinner in the hip. So all depends on what you're looking for. And just to be much the same as everyone else, she's got 4 of the twisty-turny, speedy things at the back and 1 big directional turny thing. And that ass is something a little, you know, I don't know.
If
It doesn't quite have
real, it would break.
If the stand was real, it would break. I don't know, if it was real, it'd be made of gold. Yeah, it would break. I'm not sure about that ass. That ass has got curves where it shouldn't have.
So when are these going to be available?
Should
be next patch.
It should be next patch. They should be available in the next patch. And then we go on to the Roosevelt, which, let's face it, it's a big squarey blocky thing with 42 written all over it. Now, I think when they said, you know, make something that's going to win the war and answer the question to the universe and everything, they came up with the Roosevelt and put 42 all over it. Problem is, the rest of the world didn't know the joke. And then we come to Belfast 43. Not much to say about her. She's got some twisty-turny things there. Not much of a diving board on top. And some more twisty-shooty things here. Also running the 4 screwy move-along things.
Big rudders and I cannot lie.
And a fairly standard-looking turny, twisty thing for ship direction. And then we go on to the Italian ones, and I don't really look at these ones. They don't shave their legs. They don't shave under their pits. I'm out. I've just offended all the Italians that watch me. All one of you.